The components that make up the technical skills, durable skills, and work-based learning opportunities, those are all informed by conversations we have with your local employers. We host what we call skills mapping conversations that are led by the Labs T profile tool. Through that tool, we evaluate job descriptions to think about what are the critical skills and competencies that a candidate needs in order to be successful in the job that that employer is hiring for. That allows us to sort of unbuild and unbundle some of those criteria that maybe have sat on that job description for a long time and maybe are a little outdated. It allows us to dig into degree requirements. If there's an associate's or bachelor's degree required, what are the assumptions that we are thinking that ideal candidate is bringing to that job by having that degree? Might we be able to unbundle that a little bit and really just focus on the skills and competencies needed in order to be successful in that role and take away that blanket degree requirement? While that's not always the case, this is an important opportunity to have that conversation to ensure that whatever is listed as the criteria and requirements for that job is true to what the employer needs are. As a result of those conversations with employers, we then will meet with faculty and at those institutions and systems to cross-reference what we heard from employers to say, okay, faculty, you are the subject matter expertise at your institution for this sector, this industry. These skills and competencies that these employers have outlined, what curriculum or industry credentials do we currently offer that best align with the skills and competencies these employers are looking for? And let us not think about just the courses, but thinking about learning outcomes, think about skills. Can we unbundle course outcomes and learning outcomes and repackage them into these smaller units of learning that allow us to build these micro pathways? Oftentimes, faculty are just a wealth of knowledge in this moment, and this is when we really want to capitalize on their expertise and bring them into the conversation to ensure that we're leveraging the work that's already been done at your institution. This is not about reinventing the wheel. So we will take those components, and where there's a gap in knowledge or a gap in that skill and competency, then we might need to look at bringing in an additional industry certification or credential, or working with faculty to think about how we might develop a course to meet that skill or competency. All of those pieces will come together to create that micro pathway experience that is validated by the employers we initially spoke with, and hopefully even some additional ones. So we go through that validation process toward the end. And from there, as the learner completes those pieces, they earn that micro pathway credential, whether that's a badge or certificate of completion. And the regional employers that we've validated this through are essentially saying, when a learner completes those components, we feel confident that they're able to move into the job or occupation outlined and evaluated for this micro pathway. Similarly, that learner is now on the path to degree completion because micropathways stack towards degree completion. So as a result of that, a learner is earning 3 or more credits that will move them towards earning a certificate or associate's degree at that institution or system. Again, the idea here is helping to not only prepare the learner to move into the workforce, into a medium wage job in their community, but to also put them on the path to degree completion in a way that makes sense for them. Whereas taking on an entire degree at once may not make sense for this particular learner and the populations that we aim to serve in this work. Again, it's about creating on-ramps that make sense for all different learner populations.